Recently, I was scrolling through r/Mondo Gore, which I may add is a very cool website for people who love gore, and I was just looking for a taste of blood, I was just looking for my daily dose of gore, when I came across something that really interested me. One mixtape which had this cover on it. It intrigued me because it looked very homemade, and I guess the reason why it intrigued me is because it didn't look as professional as most mixtapes usually do. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect the creator because obviously he did a very good job of this mixtape, but it looked so odd that I just couldn't ignore it. The person who posted this said that if anyone wanted the mixtape, to DM them. So I did, and I told them that I wanted to inquire in their mixtape. And then they actually revealed to me that there were 3 of them. They asked me if I wanted them, all 3 of them, and I said yes. So here I am with 3 new mixtapes, which go by the name of Real Fake Mixtape, Real Fake 2, and Real Fake 3. I then asked him if I could review the mixtapes on my channel and that I would give him a shout out if he allowed me to, and he told me yes. So here we are with Real Fake Mixtape Part 1. So in front of me, I have all the clips from Real Fake, and I will be talking about them. It'll basically be like MD Pope, the Registers for Ties 3 video. I hope you guys can hear that plane that's crossing around here. Alright, let's start off. So the first clip is a guy there's a dead guy on the street, and this guy who I initially thought was a police officer, he shot the guy. He was already on the ground. He was a dead man. And then he walks into a restaurant. And of course, if someone walks into a restaurant or any vicinity with a gun, everyone is going to panic and hide. So these guys hide behind like a Coca-Cola fridge, And they go over to where they are, and there's this guy who's like this. He wants nothing with it. He wants nothing to do with it. And he shoots him multiple times and kills him. This innocent man was shot and killed. He was cowering. He was afraid. I thought that was a police officer at first who was like holding the gun, but I don't think any police officer would do that unless you're in like freaking Detroit or something. I don't know. Next one is prisoners who are tied together. Like they're all tied like this. They're all like, the typical ISIS thing, like they're laying down there. They've got their orange suits on. Orange is the new black, most of them are bald, by the way. And then they're just decimated by these bombs. They just explode. Their heads come off. You can see their heads roll right the hell off. Their heads are gone. Like they're done. This next scene is a movie. Now most of the gore in this mixtape, like a quarter of it is from movies, or like half of it are from movies, and the rest are like actual gore, which I don't mind. There are some pretty good gore movie scenes in here, such as this one. It's this guy who takes a woman. She gives a woman a box cutter and forces her to slice this man's neck open. And the reason why I can tell it's a movie is because like this guy who gets his neck cut, he's got like this really chunky neck. But you can tell it's made out of plastic, or silicone, and obviously blood squirts out, or pours out. And then the guy who forced her to cut the guy's neck open, I don't know if that's her husband, her son, her piece of shit, I don't know. And he takes the blood and he just, the typical thing people sometimes do, just smear it all over his face. And then he takes a wrench and sticks it into the guy's open up throat. And he pulls his tongue out through his throat, and it's just dangling there. It's crazy. And then this other movie, it's this Asian maid. You know how anime girls in maid dresses look. She comes over to this other girl who's on her knees like this. She takes a fork and actually whoosh, right in her eye. I wish I had a fork to show you what it looked like, but I don't. And then she moves the it's like that scene from what was that movie called? Naked Splatter, I think. It was that movie Spooky Rice did, but she stabs her in the eye, and then she pulls it out, and she was going to eat it, but it cut off, so we didn't see.
And then it's that tank video. It's this guy who's like, he's tied up and he's standing in front of the tank. I don't know why he's not walking. Well, he can't walk away because, like, you know, his feet are tied up too. But I don't know why he can't waddle away, but he doesn't. It runs his ass over, and when it goes off, Jesus Christ, this guy looks like a sheet of paper. Well, not like that. He looks more like a squashed like bag of meat, you know. Pretty fucked up. And then this is from Guinea Pig 2, which I do need to do one day because I actually did the first Guinea Pig movie. It's the samurai guy. He takes the girl's wrist and he starts slicing into her hand, and then he removes her hand. Sorry, I got an itchy throat. Not because I'm sick. It's just, you know, throats get itchy. I hate coughing in public when I get an itchy throat. I try not to cough because I know people are going to stare at me and be like, oh, coronavirus. It's not fucking coronavirus, man. People get itchy throats, okay? If I'm coughing in public, I'm not going to infect you. It's just that I need to cough, all right? It's a human necessity. God, you get stares. People are looking at you. Jesus. And then it's this other, like, movie or show, I don't know. It's this Asian mom who's, like, she's, like, cutting something, and then her daughter's watching her, and she cuts her own, like, finger. And obviously blood is spreading out, and the girl runs away, and she goes to her dad, and she's like, Dad, I don't understand what she was saying, but I'm guessing it's something along the lines of, Dad, Mom just fucking chopped her finger off, and the dad just, it's okay, and picks her up and sits on her lap, and they watch TV. So, I mean, rest in peace. No one gives a shit. And then there's this guy who is lit on fire while he's inside a cage, so there's no escaping, but he's dancing, he's like going like that. And I'm like, is he being forced to do that, or does he just want to go out, like, busting a move? I don't know. And then it shows Funky Town Gore. If you want to know more about that, go watch my video. And then it's his, like, home video. I think this is also a movie, but it's his home video. Like, it's recorded from, like, those old, like, cameras that they used to record you freaking taking your first steps and falling on your face and dying. Of this woman who walks into this little boy's room, and he's sitting on the bed like that. And then he turns over, and then he hits her in the head with a baseball bat, and he keeps hitting her, and the camera eventually moves away, so you just see the blood splattering on the wall. Pretty cool. And this is also a movie. It's this guy who smashes a glass bottle over this woman's head, and then he shoots her in the head as, like, her friends watch as they're literally across the room. They're all the way over there. He's all the way over there doing the killing. One Girl, 99 Stomps. Go watch my video. And then this demonic girl. This is from Martyrs, which I want to see that movie. I haven't seen that movie. It's crazy. It's like a French-Canadian movie. I didn't see that movie. It's the demonic bitch who, like, has her hand like this, and she's like peeling the skin off of her wrist. That was pretty hard to watch. I can't imagine how painful that would be. And then, like, the other girls trying to stop her. Obviously, I saw Spooky Rice's video, which I should not have done. I should have seen the movie, but I will see the movie, and I'll probably do a review on it. Not probably, I will, because that's like an infamous, disturbing movie. And the other girl's trying to stop her. I don't remember much about the movie, so I don't remember why she was trying to stop her. And then she gets shot in the head, the demon girl, and then she dies. Next clip. The Mexican chainsaw beheading. Go watch my video. And then this guy who beats another guy in the alley. And then when the guy goes to punch his face, he, like, okay, this is from Ichi the Killer. He, like, takes his, like, things off, and he has, like, a glass smile, kind of like Joker's, but his mouth is actually cut open. And he opens his mouth, and then the guy's fist is, like, completely in his mouth, and then he starts biting it, and when he lets go of it, it's all bloody, and the back of his hand is, like, open, and there's bones and everything. You can see the bones. That's from Ichi the Killer. I want to see that movie so badly. I will. And then it's this guy who slits open a woman's throat and then decapitates her with a machete for spreading information about her, for spreading lies. With, like, a big-ass machete. She, like, starts screaming, but then she doesn't scream too much because, you know, she's getting her head cut off. And then this guy rips off, this is a movie. And then this guy rips off a chair leg and starts beating a tied-off woman with it. And his friend who's recording, he gives him a knife and to slit her throat, but he can't do it because, you know, he's a pussy. No, I'm kidding. He has human morals, alright? You don't kill a person for no reason. And then his angry friend, his little pissed off friend, takes the knife and slits her throat. And that's it. A giant anaconda, this is another clip. A giant anaconda bites a guy's head off and eats it. and it's from a movie. Well, it plays Anaconda by Nicki Minaj. He'll funny. I really love the music choice of this mixtape. It's really good. I really like it. This is my favorite freaking clip that's gonna come up next. It's this guy who walks into a church, and it's like a first-person view, and he's shooting everyone in there while Meat Hook from Doom Eternal plays. That is awesome. I did not expect more Doom Eternal music needs to be in mixtapes. I'm not even freaking joking. That was so awesome. Like, it's in a first-person view. He's shooting everyone in the corners. He is not missing a single person. That is awesome. I love it so much. It was awesome, man. And then the Straby suicide video. I'll probably make a video on that one day. I won't tell you what it is yet. And then it's the same guy who shot up the whole church while Meat Hook was playing. He comes back, and then he shoots all the remaining people. And then he goes outside, and then he shoots other people who are running away from the church. So, I mean, no survivors. He ripped and teared everyone. He ripped and tore everyone, I guess. That's the past tense. And then this dude, this was sad to watch. This dude climbs on a chair, and he hangs himself. But he hangs himself with, like, a little, like, string. I don't know how it supported him. It almost looked like his feet were touching the ground, so I don't think this was real, because he was, for one, he was tall as hell, because he's like a Spanish guy. Those people are tall as hell. I am personally in Spanish, and I'm pretty tall, so there you go. And like his little brother comes up to him, and he's like crying and shaking his arm, which causes the guy to start crying as well, so that's pretty sad. But again, I don't think this is real. And the brother tries to lift him up to try and stop him from choking, but he can't do it. He's not strong enough. And then this guy who's lifting weights, he's like bench pressing, and then this dark hooded figure drops like a single weight on his crotch, on his pee-pee, and then he drops the whole thing on his neck and just decapitates himself, like that one Happy Tree Friends episode. And then 3 men are shot to death. I saw this like before I watched this mixtape on the YNC. This is a pretty cool video, and a rock version of Black Betty is playing. I love what are they called? Caravan Palace. So I didn't expect the song from that to be in there. That's pretty cool. Of course, it wasn't the original version that Caravan Palace made. It's like a really cool rock remix. 3 men are beheaded by 3 men with knives. They get their throats cut open. Not really much to say. And then this guy, underneath a car, slices this woman's Achilles tendon. And she does that thing where, you know, when you're walking, you just bend your foot and your ankle. That's what she did. I hate that. The first, like, Achilles slicing I ever saw was in Hostel. That was pretty bad. I coil up whenever I see it because it looks so freaking painful. And as she's trying to crawl away, he stabs her in the rib, and then she turns over. Well, I was going to say bad choice, but, you know, there's really no way to get out of that. And then he stabs her in the chest over and over again. And no, I don't think she, like, turned over. I think he just stabbed her in the back. So, but I think she did turn over. I don't care. And then hot wax is dripped on this screaming guy's back by the Cartel. And another guy's holding the other guy who's getting wax dripped on him. And I think that guy's screaming more than the guy who's getting wax dripped on him. And then the guy is, like, forced to eat, like, human fingers. Like, they give him human fingers like fries, and they're like, eat it. And he's so out of it. He's like, and they're all falling out of his mouth and shit. They're, like, putting it back into his mouth, and he's like he's staring into space like a chicken. Nothing. And he's all covered in burns and cuts, so, you know, he got pretty messed up. And then this guy, it's another movie. This guy, that last clip wasn't a movie. That was real. That was real shit. And then this guy who's hiding in this woman's closet, he jumps out at her and he suffocates her with a plastic bag, and he leaves her to die in a rocking chair. That was from a movie. And then this guy literally gives a shout out to all his family. He's like, yo, Joe. Sorry about that, guys. My camera stopped recording because it filled up with too much, so I had to delete some stuff off of it, but we're back. So this guy is, like, literally giving his shout out to his family. He's like, yo, Joe, you fucking asshole. He's like, oh, Joe, this is for you. This one's for you, Josh, man, whoever. And then, and he's giving a shout out to his brother, John. John is very important to this, because John is apparently the man who bombed Iraq, and that's the reason he's doing this. And then he decapitates this guy via knife. You know, he's just dead. This is a movie. I think this is like one of the zombie movies. Like, you know, it's this woman who's hiding behind like who's hiding from a zombie, and he smashes his hand through the wall, RoboCop style, or Terminator style, and he grabs her head and he pulls her towards like this spiked piece of wood, and her eye just goes through that bitch, and yep, I'm pretty sure she's dead. And then it's this guy. This is from the movie Driller Killer. Spooky Rice did this. This movie sounds so cool. I want to watch it. I didn't see his video because, you know, I was doing something the day it released and I forgot about it. Okay, I wasn't going to... Never mind. It's this guy who's standing in a bus station. He's leaning against the glass. And then the guy, the Driller Killer... take that shit. No, I'm kidding. I always have to stop myself from saying that because I know, like, that's Cold Raven's thing. I can't say it. Anyways... So, you know, like, there's a space between the glass. He shoves the drill through that and into the guy's back. And he kills him. I think so. And then 5 men are locked. That was from a movie. This is not from a movie, what I'm going to talk about right now. 5 men are locked into a cage. They're then lowered underwater. And when they lift the cage up after, like, a few minutes, they're all dead. They've all drowned. Foam is coming out of their mouths. Like, damn, they died. And then this guy shoots at a movie. This is from Human Centipede. I won't talk about this because I want to make a video on that movie. But it's the scene from Human Centipede where he kills a pregnant woman. That's all I'll say. Okay, and then this doctor cuts open a woman's sleeve. And then he slices into her, like her wrist is like stitched up and he slices into it. He cuts into the stitches and then opens it up and he pulls out like a piece of cloth from her wrist. I don't know what the hell that's about. And the woman is awake, but she's unresponsive. She's like, as she looks, she's just watching him do this to her. And then he wraps coil around her bone and begins to saw it. You know, like little medical saws. You know what I mean? Whatever. And then this guy is stabbed in. This is the Chechclear video. He's stabbed in the neck and he's decapitated. You know, he starts cutting outward. I've seen Chechclear, so can't do a reaction video on that. I hate to break it to you guys, but I can't even do a reaction video on the Schwaby video. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should watch the Schwaby video. I can't because I already saw Schwaby, so sorry. I'll watch anything else, though. And then this Asian guy, he just walked up. I already knew shit was about to go down because this looked like one of those old, like off-the-wall bad shit, crazy, crazy like Asian gore movies. Like it looked like, just from looking at it, I knew it was gonna be like some splatter naked blood or like women's flesh my red guts type of beat. He asks her for directions and then she's a bit uncomfortable because I don't know why, and then he gets so mad he pulls out a knife and he tries to stab her, but she like holds out her hand to block it, so he just stabs her in the hand and it comes out like that. Obviously she's screaming, and then he pulls it out, she's screaming. And then he stabs her in the chest, and he's just stabbing her over and over again. This guy's mad. And there's people like right beside him. There's like one person right here who's like, and this other person on the left on a bike who's like they're all just standing there. They're not even running. They're just like, and then he walks over to this guy in a car and he's like, I know you. I think that's what he's saying. He's like, I know you. I know who you are. And then the guy just gets out of there. And that's it. That's the last clip. That was it. That was Real Fake 1 Mixtape. I really love this mixtape. It's so awesome. Whoever made, I forgot your name, but I think it's like his initials are like WB or their initials. I don't want to assume gender. But you're awesome. Whoever made this mixtape, you are awesome. I love this mixtape. They made 2 more. Plus, they also recommended me this other one that their friend made called Snafu. So I'll definitely have to be checking that out. I mean, that sounds badass. But yeah, and also he told me, they told me, I'm sorry. It's just that my default way of like addressing people I don't know is he. I'm very sorry. I don't like to assume genders. I know people get offended by that. I'm very sorry. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys. Right now, at this very moment, the Ogrish collection is downloading on my computer. 8 gigabytes. Ogrish collection 1 to 6. Okay, 1 through 6. All right, I will be doing that. I'm so excited to watch the Ogrish collection. whoever, like, someone gave this to me. Thank you. Thank you. You will definitely help out this channel. Thank you. Also, I've been getting more comments, like, people love my channel, they're subscribing. Thank you so much. You guys don't know how much I appreciate this channel growing. Like, just months ago, it had, like, 6 subscribers. Now it's almost at 100. I can't believe it. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys have given me, and the subscribers. They told me, I'm sorry. They told me that if I knew the meaning of the cover, then they would give me like very first access to when their new mixtape comes out. Let me can I go access the cover, or is it just lost in time now? Hang on. Oops. Hang on, I'm getting to it. Hopefully I can find it. Yes. Hang on, guys. I'm just getting to the cover, cause I don't remember what it looked like. Ah, shit. Wait, hang on, I'm getting to it. Okay, so they told me, I think, because the cover had Two-Face, and it said, I think it said sometimes, oh, here it is. I think so. I don't know, probably. Okay, is this it? Please tell me this is it. No, this isn't it. This is another one. Okay, so I think, oh. Wait. I might have it. I don't know. Okay, so I think what the cover means, because it said sometimes it can be difficult to tell what's real or what's fake. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Maybe I won't get access to the new mixtape because I'm kind of a dum-dum. Maybe I will like in the second video when I actually do the second mixtape. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.